Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's get started. All right, DIY number one. I'm going to take this piece of scrap wood that I have in my garage. It's just a piece of kind of like I don't know if this is a 1x4. I think it came off of something else. Maybe I'm not sure, but it was laying around. The round long piece, I believe it was from my old home, and I think it was a handrail. I'm not sure. It has a couple holes on the top, but nonetheless, it was perfect for what I needed it. I'm going to add some wood glue, and I'm going to get them together. So join them using brad nails and the wood glue. That way I want to make a little stand for a mailbox. This is going to be a North Pole mailbox. Once they were attached, I took them outside, gave it a good coat of flat spray paint in white from Rust-Oleum, and just let it dry. Only one coat. I didn't need it to have a full coat. While that dries, it's now time to work on the mailbox. This little cardboard mailbox is from the Dollar Tree. They have smaller ones, but this is their larger one. It's a pretty good size, I think, for $1. I'm going to remove the little flag from it, and then we're going to DIY a new one. And I'm also going to remove the little door there, and that's just because I want to give it a little slit, almost as if that's where you would slit the mail through. And then once I have the slit, I am going to reattach the door permanently using hot glue.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is
I am now going to give it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white.
falling, or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart, and I can promise.
All right, so now I'm going to freehand a little flag here using cardboard, or not cardboard, foam board. This foam board is from Artisa, but you can certainly use foam board from the Dollar Tree if that's what you have on hand. This is what I had on hand, so it's what I'm going to use. So I am also going to use the X-Acto knife from Artisa and just make the cuts. And once I have it cut, I'm going to give it 2 coats of Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the Farmhouse Red.
Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do.
Using my Cricut, I did design this North Pole decal, and I'm just going to place it on the side of it.
We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling, or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go.
I'm going to dress up the mailbox just a bit. I'm going to take these Dollar Tree garland ties, and I'm going to hot glue around the front as well as around the back.
All right, dance, dance. Now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, dance, dance. Come on, dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling, or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart.
And now I'm going to attach the little flag I created and hot glue it to the side.
But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand.
I am going to use this glittery red ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to wrap it around in a spiral motion on the, oh my gosh, the pole. Just to give it a little bit more of a festive look, and I think it's just dressed it up nicely.
Let's go outside. The snow is falling down, and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me, with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other.
All right, now it's time to attach the mailbox to the pole. I'm going to use a combination of E6000 as well as hot glue.
While we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want.
Using this Dollar General ribbon, I am going to make a simple bow, but it's going to have double loops. That's going to be what I place right underneath where the mailbox and the pole meet. You can see the little holes, so I want to cover that, but I'm also going to just add a little bit of just a dress up for it so that it just looks a lot more festive. I did use some of the same ribbon, and I wrapped it around the top portion of the pole to ensure that everything just looks nice and seamless. I also added more of the glittery red ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I made a triple loop little tiny bow just to place in the middle of the bigger bow. That way it just kind of looks finished. I also added a couple greenery ties. I cut them to size and just add them one in each side of the bow. Again, just to tie everything with the mailbox. And I just think it just added so much more detail to the decor.
To spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I'm making plans of what we're gonna do. I feel so blessed that I can be with you. 'Cause God knows that I've been longing for you. I just wanna hold you close. You know the stars are shining just for you. Let's take a walk and we can follow the moonlight till we reach a place we can stay. Maybe kiss a bit and dream away. And in a while we're gonna go.
We're just about done. I'm just going to attach the bow using hot glue, and then I'm done, guys. This is so stinking cute. I loved the way this turned out, and it's good about 3.5 feet. It's a good size, and it's very sturdy because it being wood on the base, it's not going to go anywhere.
And drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love.
Guys, I want to remind you about my new channel, Beauty on Purpose at Home, where I do shop with me's, decorate with me, hauls, just vlog style kind of channel. If you want to connect with me there as well, I'd love to connect there with you. Check it out. It's in the description box. All right, DIY number 2. I'm going to take this green wire from the Dollar Tree, and I actually got it in golden, red, and green. It's on the thicker side, but it's still very flexible, but very sturdy. I don't know. I really love the texture of this wire. I'm just going to make a circle. This is about a 3.5 to 4-inch circle, and I'm just going to kind of tie it to itself. Doesn't have to be super tight. Then I'm going to take this white pom-poms from the Dollar Tree. Comes in a pack, and I'm going to hot glue a whole bunch on each side and everywhere. So here I thought, oh, I'm just going to hot glue some to the front and then flip it, hot glue some to the back. No, I mean, you can see this green wire, so I had to keep adding pom-poms until I was satisfied with what I saw. But it actually worked out even better because it just has a fluffy, very snowy kind of look, and I really loved it.
Christmas lights are all around. I can see them now. It's
All right, so this is going to be one of those little bell, I don't know what they're called. Those little things you put on the doorknob, so when you open the door, it rings. That's what this is. If you know the name of that, let me know in the or not at the in the comments. Let me know what it's called. All right, so I'm going to take some of this Dollar General burlap ribbon and I'm going to cut 3 pieces, all in different sizes. They are about 2 inches in difference from each other. Then I'm going to hot glue them kind of on top of each other, but not just kind of like all together, and with a little bit of an angle so that the bells don't touch each other at the bottom. After I hot glue it, then it's time to attach the bells. I'm just gonna hot glue them. These little bells are from the Dollar General, but they do have them at the Dollar Tree as well. So I'm just gonna hot glue them to the bottom of the DIY, the decor. I don't know what it's called.
spell your name. It's insane. Now we're back here once again. Holidays and cheer. But now I got my eye.
I'm going to dress it up, but not too much. I don't want this to be heavy in decor. So I'm just going to tear apart this Dollar Tree pick. And then I'm just going to pick one of those little greeneries that it had. And then one little tiny pine cone. Hot glue it there to the bottom. And that's it, guys. This one turned out so classy, so beautiful. I don't know. I just love it. There's something about it that I really, really love.
I'm not gonna play it safe. It's going down on Christmas Day. 'Cause I'm trying to tell you.
My friends, I also want to tell you that I am on Instagram. I love to connect there with you. It is down in the description box as well. Click it there and visit me if you have an Instagram account, and let's connect there. All right, guys, so for the next DIY, I am going to take this piece of wire. It's like a wreath, like a 3D ring wreath that the Dollar Tree has. And I'm just going to, this was leftover from another DIY. I'm going to cut off those pieces that were sticking out. I'm going to now stretch the ring, make it more into an oval shape. And then I'm going to cut one end because we're going to thread some Dollar Tree Christmas balls to it. Now, these are just, I've been using these for several DIYs. So I'm going to take some of the red ones that I have leftovers and some of the silver ones. I'm just going to make it work. I'm just going to start threading them somewhat in a pattern. But again, it doesn't have to be exact.
Last year I thought about how things can come around just like that if everyone is here to celebrate one day. We have our ups and downs, but when there's love, there's always a way. And oh, this time of year, we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say.
Once I had the balls nicely threaded, I am now just going to kind of lift the wreath up so that they're all kind of dangle, but also I want them to be scrunched up, just bunched up, just like you see there. And then with the wreath lifted up, because if I put it flat on the table, they're going to get flat on me. I'm going to take some hot glue and just add hot glue in between some of them so they keep the form and not move around. That way, if it's placed outdoors or anything, it's just going to stay nice and firm. I'm now going to take some garland from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to wrap it around the rest of the wreath ring, and I'm going to do this twice. I'm going to do it once and then come right back around so it's nice and full.
Christmas is a magic day.
After I was done wrapping it around, I'm just going to fluff it just a bit just to make sure the bristles are nicely fluffed. And then I'm going to take some leftover garland and I'm just going to cut smaller pieces and I'm going to hot glue it to some of the areas where they're a little bare. I don't have any more balls to hot glue, so I just thought I'm just going to add some of this wreath. And I think it gave it a very unique look. Let me know if you like it, if you like this style. I know it's not your normal typical wreath style, but I'm kind of digging it. I really like how different it is. Let me know.
About how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness.
And then to finish it off, I'm just going to make a very simple bow using the same ribbon from the Dollar General. I'm going to hot glue it to the top and then add in the center a pine cone. And that's it for this one, guys. Again, let me know what you think of this wreath. I'm torn, even though I think it's very unique. It's not necessarily my style, but I just kind of like the way it just evolved and it just kind of has this very unique look. But I'd love to hear what you think.
Peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday. It means so much more than words can say. And I claim Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents. But it's fair to say that Christmas is a magic.
Towards the end, I decided to just add a few more of these little tiny pine cones all over the bottom portion and just hot glue them in place. I just thought it needed a little touch of that pine cone in there. So I also want to tell you guys that I do have a blog. It's at DIYbeautyonpurpose.com. I've been posting about every month and just different things, different tips, different my top supplies and just different things that I don't necessarily go over on this channel or my home channel. Check it out. It's in the description box. All right, guys, DIY number 4. I'm going to take this Dollar General home, kind of like a winter scene. What does it say? Winter scene house. It's like a little village of wooden homes. It's meant to be placed on this little rack there that you see, but I'm going to do something different with it. I'm going to take this leftover panel that I had in the garage and I didn't even cut it. This is exactly the size it was. I am going to use one of these larger, thicker paint stirring sticks. I'm going to measure and cut it to size and I'm going to hot glue it and staple it to the bottom of the paneling. Once that was secure, I gave everything one coat over Rust-Oleum chalk paint in the linen white.
Bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light while we're dancing around the Christmas.
While that dries, I am now going to take these 3 reindeers from the Dollar Tree. They're ornaments and they're so beautiful. I really love these. I'm going to give them but somewhat of a different look. I'm going to remove the floral bow thingy from each one of them. I'm also going to remove the, what are they called? Oh my gosh, the top part of the reindeer. Of the silvery glittery one because I'm going to spray paint it white so it matches the other two. Then I'm going to take this Dollar General ribbon and I'm going to make 3 small bows, this is going to replace the little arrangement they had around their necks. That way they look a little bit more my style and they all match.
Hugging and kissing, just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door. Lovely songs we all heard before as they walk from house to house.
I am now going to take some of the greenery that they had already in the original decor, and I'm just going to hot glue it to one side of the bow. And then I'm going to add a small pine cone to the center of each bow. And that's it for the reindeers. I'm just going to later on attach the top of the reindeer because it's drying right now outside after I spray painted it.
To wish us all a Merry Christmas Day.
All right, so I'm going to take this Dollar Tree little LED lights. They have this mesh covering over them, but I'm going to cut the mesh off of it and just keep the light string. I'm going to place it very snugly on the bottom of the where that painter's stirring stick meets the paneling. That is why I added that, so that I can have a little ledge to place the lights. Now, if you are going to recreate something like this, you're going to see me here that I'm hot gluing the wire to the paneling. Once I was all done and I placed batteries in the lights, it didn't work. Now, I'm not saying it was the hot glue, but I don't know what else it could have been, because as I'm stapling, I'm not stapling the wire, I'm stapling around the wire. So maybe it was just defective, but nonetheless, it didn't work. So after I had everything done, I had to replace the lights, and it was not an easy task, let me tell you. So just want to let you know that if you are going to recreate something like this, maybe don't hot glue the wire or staple it, just kind of somehow or another, just tie it, maybe tape it on the back. That's what I had to do. But nonetheless, it worked out in the end. All right, so now it's time to place the little village homes and the tree. I'm just going to kind of eye out how I want to place them here and there. Once I have a design, I'm going to use wood glue and hot glue to have a permanent as well as a temporary or quick adhesive. And then I'm going to start with just the base ones first.
A Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Play it with me under the mistletoe while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake.
All right, now I'm going to use this Artisa double-sided foam tape. It is awesome, guys. They sent me this roll. It's huge, too. I'm going to have a link down in the description box if you want to get it. It is awesome. It has a whole ton of it and all so easy to work with. You basically cut what you need, place it where you need it, remove the red strip from it, and voila, you have it. It's weather resistant. It holds so tightly. It's awesome. All right, so I'm going to use some of this tape to attach the top two little homes. Reason why I'm using is because I want it to have a 3D effect, and I want these little homes to be a little bit lifted from the other ones. So I'm going to actually do this twice. I'm going to double up on the double-sided tape so it has enough separation from the back homes.
Saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day.
All right, so now the homes are all attached. Now it's time to attach the reindeer. I am going to, as you can see, I replaced the top of the reindeer and it looks so nice and white. I'm going to attach them again using E6000 and hot glue to make sure they're not going to fall anywhere. I just want these reindeers to look like they are flying up in the sky on Christmas night and just having very magical kind of farmhouse look to this. I'm going to attach them kind of going up, so one a little bit higher than the other.
Merry Christmas
I'm going to take some of this red rope-like ribbon from the Dollar General, and I'm going to hot glue it and kind of have them go from reindeer to reindeer to look like they're attached using this little rope. All right, guys, so we're just about done. And I want to say this is my favorite, but it's so close because I really love all of them. But if I were to choose, I think this is my favorite. And then second would be the North Pole mailbox. But I'd love to know which one is your favorite. Let me know in the comments, please. All right, guys, this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I so appreciate your time. If you're visiting for the first time, I hope you consider subscribing and joining our YouTube family. And if you are returning, once again, thank you for your support. All right, guys, I'm going to have a playlist here at the end with tons of more Christmas DIYs. If you want to watch more, check it out. Have a blessed day. Bye.